Hello.
Alright, so we're seeing Sweden from AntiNomy, and then we're seeing Italy from Vultus. He's playing red, and like in the red color on top of the map as the Italians. Going for a market, probably followed by a house and a Lombard, like the usual build. And then you have AntiNomy, who's playing Sweden this game. And I'm guessing he'll be going for these two torps right away. Just straight away. Yeah.
Befäl? Hallå?
Befäl? Ja. Jägare.
Ja, jägare.
He's trying to get his villain as soon as possible. He did find a couple of treasures in his base. Meanwhile, Italy, Vultus is trying to find some treasures that are on the left side of the map right now. There's a 60 wood treasure, which is nice, and then if you were to reveal the map, there are like 65 wood, 80 food, and then you have this is useless in the 3D setting for sure. This might be nice just for scouting. Then you have 60 coin. I guess the south side isn't all that great with the treasures. Yeah. I think treasures look a little bit rigged, but it's fine since it's a treaty setting, like TR 15 at least. If we were to look at the decks, we don't see a deck yet from Italy. Meanwhile, the Revolt tournament deck from AntiNomy looks pretty standard for Sweden. That's gonna go Finland, right? Because you always always want to go Finland as Sweden. That's like your go-to. No, that's like your number one go-to. Meanwhile, we're seeing 3 saloons, Uffizi, Church Tech, like all these stuff. Like, I'm not sure if all of these are necessary, but we are seeing them anyway. Yeah. I'm audible, right? It's not like I'm not speaking. Let me just make sure that's, yeah, there we go. There's probably gonna be capitalism into Uffizi, into Monte de Pieta, and then he doesn't have the fast stage. I guess you don't really need it in this setting. Meanwhile, Nomi on the other hand does have a pretty standard looking deck with the spies, like the assassins as well. He did rescue the Crow Scout from the treasure. However, there's still this treasure that could be picked up for a nice amount of food. Market coming in, I like this.
Ja.
Like, you want to go market into Gangsta hunting dogs as soon as possible and put 3 or 4 wheels on food and rest on wood to get like as many torps as possible. He's kind of screwed by the current map, not having mine in range. Like, as you can see, the mine's just not in range, and he has 2 mines, and those are copper mines, like just 2,000, which kind of hurts, I would say.
Befäl?
This Crow Scout is gonna be taken out by the town center since the villagers are garrisoned, but the Crow Scout, did he could do a cover mode like at the last shot or something, because he survived somehow? That 90 damage, I guess. Where did I go? There it is. Okay, so 10% range resist, and then if he does a cover mode, it's like what? 50%? He is fighting to rescue this Jaguar kit, but I guess that's mostly for the XP and a little bit of scouting. He still does have the scout to do that as well, but extra XP wouldn't hurt.
Hello.
We're gonna see 5 mines on this torp and another 5 on this one, and we're probably gonna see the rest on these wood lines over here and there and over here. If you were to look at Vultus, he is going... did go up with the outpost, which is really weird because you want to go up with the Lombard plus villager in a treaty setting, I would say, because this does not make any sense. I mean, cool, we're getting 200 coin. Oh, we could have gotten a villager plus a building that actually does something. Turn up your microphone, I can barely hear you. Alright, maybe turn up the stream, because I'm trying right now. Is this any better? Good enough, okay. We're gonna get gaslighting and town watch as soon as possible to get the extra villagers into our economy, just to get them involved. I'm not sure about what you want here. He's going to be going with Monte de Pieta. Okay, I mean, after this, he probably wants to age up. Not sure what purpose does it serve besides having those Yagunchos as Brazil, right? Those cowboys, basically. I guess you can make them, but is that what you want to go for, or do you want to go for the papal units? Like, there are so many good papal units that you just want them on the field, right? Like Zouave, Papal Lancer, the Papal Guards, like these 4 Papal units are just so good. Monte da Pieta had arrived, another Basilica coming up for Vultus. Meanwhile, if you were to look at Sweden, we're not seeing that much of crazy stuff. He is on this mining, I guess. And that's what you need to do. You can't really waste these, and you need a coin source as well at the same time. So you just put the villagers on like a mine that's kind of far, that's off the circle that you cannot torp, so you have to utilize it differently.
Hello.
We do not see a church yet from Sweden though. That's a bit of a shame.
Befäl?
Hallå? Befäl?
H3 is going to come in for Vultus, and it's gonna be the bishop, which is gonna give him a town center basically. And are we gonna see wood dump on the Lombards? I guess not yet. Maybe he is saving it for another TC, but you can just build it in 60 seconds with 4 architects instead of paying for it. I guess that pays for it like anyway. Like 60 seconds and 500 wood on a building is pretty good. With like only 4 units building it, right?
Yeah, hello. Befäl? Yeah.
Yeah, as I've said, we're seeing torps on trees, but we still do not see a church for some sort of XP trickle, which kinda actually hurts to not have. Meanwhile, Italy does have 2 basilicas. I guess it's not really easy to forget, so you just build them right away. Oh, we are seeing so much wood stacked for Vultus though. Oh yeah, the wood has been sent to Lombard. It looks like we are seeing a town center from the architects, and the town center from the H is going to be placed on the corner, like on the cornerish of the circle, not really quite, but kind of close there. And these villagers are trying to make their way to these herds and just, you know, get at them, get food, and try to age up. We're gonna see advanced Lombards into Lucan financiers. I'm not sure about this one, excuse me. because you can just go straight H4 without the help of this and just like ship these here, but like I guess you don't have usury, which kind of sucks. Meanwhile, Anti does have resources to go H4 and he is stacking 2 shipments. We're gonna see hand infantry hit points with an excess shipment card. I guess we could see fencing school next as well if he's willing to go for the pikes. He does have case shot, which is like a close range attack that actually devastates everything if like infantry tries to get on top of him, top of artillery, right? He's gonna be aging up with the Papal Guard, so that tells me that he wants a pike tech, like for sure. However, we're seeing an artillery foundry from Italy and the Milanese arsenal also coming up from the shipments.
Sì? Avete del tempo? Sì? Tagliaboschi, tagliaboschi. Ne siete sicuri? Sì. Parlate per Celia? Parlate per Celia? Parlate per Celia? Qual è l'edificio? Come state?
But yeah, H4 is almost in. It's the Pope. I think it gives you XP, right? That's what it is. Yeah, it gives you 1000 XP basically. The Arsenal wagon's in as well from the Milanese Arsenal, and we're gonna see robber barons now. Alright, so this I don't like. I think like military shipments in this setting is a cool way of saying that I'm gonna be all in. I'm gonna be like it's all going to depend on my first push, and if that fails, I think I'll lose. I think that's a way of saying that because he doesn't have usury in. He's not sending any of the techs he needs before revolting, like this one to spam after Brazil, you know. Or like anything actually. He doesn't like him not having usury is like it's such a setback, I think. Yeah, maybe not Brazil as well, that's true. Maybe he's going Argentina. You can never know.
Comandi, lo farò. Sì, presto lo farò. Sì, presto lo farò. All'assalto! Fuoco! All'assalto! Quali sono i miei obiettivi? Pronti a far fuoco! Pronti a far fuoco!
I think he's gonna go Argentina from what it looks like. But he did research a shipment that does boost the speed of the units. I mean, research the tech from the arsenal, excuse me.
Comandi, quali sono i miei obiettivi? Lo farò. Fuoco! Fuoco! Fuoco alle polveri!
Ossequi.
Sì, presto lo farò. Presto lo farò.
Okay, if you were to look at Sweden,
Yeah, hello.
we're seeing he's stacking 2 shipments so far, so that's good to go. We could probably send like, I guess he doesn't really want to do anything with the calf, so he's not gonna send these shipments. He's just gonna keep them. He does have his church, that's nice. He does have his factories on coin, but he doesn't have the upgrade yet. He's gonna be queuing these pikemen that are pretty cheap. He did revolt just now, and we're gonna see Suomenlinna, which is gonna give him 4 blockhouse and a fort. And then we're seeing USA from Italy, which is very...
Yes, sir.
I did not expect that. Alright. So we're gonna see Continental Army that basically boosts the
General here.
infantry attack and HP.
General here.
I think this game doesn't look good for Italy, actually. We're gonna be seeing a forward fort as well. Meanwhile, if we were to look at AntiNomy, he has 3 barracks, like a lot of blockhouses, and now the Kojel war coming in, which is gonna just make these pikes even faster. And yeah, he does have a Culverin Royale. He did queue Culverin Royale himself. I guess he could add to those. He could make more Jaegers. He could make more pikes. All he has to do is just hold this, and he's ready to go. But all of these revolutionaries have been converted into guard regulars, which are pretty. They are looking pretty solid. These people boomers, however, are going to take a toll on these buildings, but there are currently 5 Culverins from AntiNomy, and with all of these pikes and Jaegers, I think it's going to be kind of hard to get through them. These Culverins are just H3 Culvs as well. Meanwhile, these are just like these are Culverin Royales, so this does not look great for USA at all. Like Italy, I should say. These pikes will try to drag box these Culverins and try to get them back, and yeah, try to save them, right? However, more pikes coming in. These Culverins are getting nice shots onto Red's artillery. Prussian Uland came in from the shipment, but I don't know if that's what you want, right? He's shipping Haslett's Continental Regiment, which is gonna give him more regulars, I think. Okay, so this did transform all revolutionaries into guard regulars as well. But the spam from AntiNomy is just too much for Vultus to handle. Like, if Vultus loses a single fight, this game's basically over, and that's gonna be the problem for him. However, researching tech still gives you villagers. That's kind of neat, I think. But yeah, this still looks like very hard for Vultus to actually make something happen, considering all of these Jaegers, pikes, just, you know, being there and just stopping everything from coming in. Like more Jaegers popping out from these blockhouses, these barracks, and like AntiNomy also has like an amazing economy behind this, so I'm definitely I'm confident I can say that this game is on AntiNomy's side. Like, you can tell by the scores as well. I guess he's trying to play it safe as well. However, 5 Culverins coming in. They're still not guard, but they do have extra stats now at the shipment. He's gonna be making 2 Gatlings from this fort. But the thing is, I don't think he has enough steam to push all of this. That's the problem. I think we can add more Culverins, surely, right? Even more Jaegers coming in for AntiNomy. These mines have ran out. More pikes are being made. shipment ready to go. I'm curious to see what's gonna be the next shipment as well, but I guess he's gonna postpone that for a bit since he wants to focus on the fight. But all of these pikes are being melted by these Gatling guns as well. It's gonna be the Strellet Horde since he has so many blockhouses. I guess that's a fine shipment. I guess that'll take a minute though, even if it comes like after 40 seconds. I think he needs even more Karelian Jaegers right now. All he needs to do is add culverins here and he's fine. Like, he should not take this fight. He just should not take this fight. Yeah, I mean, it's just easier to play it safe. Like, you don't need to take the risk here. Karelian Jaegers on the Hussars and pikemen on muskets and the Gatling gun is probably a really bad idea. But he has so much, resources. He can just spam and make USA run out of steam. But still, this was very risky to do so. We're seeing these culverins try to target the Gatlings, but through the mass, it's kind of hard to click on them sometimes. So yeah. However, he does spot the culverins behind. He knows the other culverins don't have the techs as he does. These spikes are going to get on top of it, but these culverins have been left vulnerable to these Ulans as they're going to get on top of this. Meanwhile, USA just shipment, and try to put the nail into the coffin. But I guess he's gonna run out of steam at one point because he does not have an eco behind this. Meanwhile, AntiNomy is just spamming full pikemen, whereas he needs Jaegers and like a bunch of culverins behind. He does have 8 Hakapellas. Maybe he can send them just to get on top of these culverins. These pikes are melting to these sharpshooters and regulars. Just getting absolutely melted. These spikes are just being melted one by one, basically. One culverin being made. If he can maybe pop these pikes in the right time onto these culverins, maybe he'll get more of them down. But yeah, these culverins AFK over here. I guess he does not really want to take the artillery fight with only one culverin against 4. But one of the culverins is actually going to go down. This culverin is going to unpack and shoot, but it's going to go down eventually as well. These barracks is still training pikemen. These culverins are locked onto these blockhouse, and the blockhouse goes down. These pikemen pop on top of these culverins, and these culverins are going to meet their fate as well. Alright, so culverin threat has been eliminated so far, and I don't think Vultus has like anything useful to ship. Now, maybe he could get the Grants somehow. Maybe he's looking forward for that. It did make some helps to kill these pikes. I'm guessing he lost a factory. Well, he wasn't looking actually. That's what it was all about, maybe. Yeah. He does not have his factory. I'm trying to click it, but yeah, there is none. However, so many pikes from AntiNomy, and he's going to be standing in the infinite mines followed by the bushes, and Vultus is just going to call it. Alright, so we finally got ourselves game 2, and it's going to be a Brit mirror, it looks like. If you were to disable the lock and look at the map, we're going to see a nice amount of hunts on this side and on this side. On each side's actually just really safe due to these cliffs being unreachable from, you know... yeah, they're just unreachable. You can't really just brute force your way into these cliffs. You have to actually go here, come here, and just, you know, make your way up here to deny these resources. That's how it works. Like, that's how it works on both sides. And the natives on this map are basically Akan and Yoruba, and same for the other side as well. And we're gonna see a TP opening from both of these players, and probably a manor followed by. But if you were to look at his deck, yeah, he does have some interesting cards, like the Grenadier one and the Siege Archery for this this
Oh,
game.
yes? Serve in the colony.
Where shall you send me?
So all the explorers just don't have a name for this guy, I guess. Not even sure why Vultus would choose to go to this site for the treasures. I guess he does not know he also gets like the same treasures on this side. Like, if you were to look at this, you have 80 coin and then 75 XP, a goat here, but I think the treasures here just are the better spawn for AntiNomy, like the food, the wood, and then you have what, 2 goats instead of 1, which is just straight up better. He did notice the treasure being picked up, at least like the working on it. Like, he did notice Vultus is working on it, but I don't think he's gonna be fast enough to get there in time and take the treasure for himself. So he just backs off, tries to find something else for his treasure bank. AntiNomy's on 17 mil pop, and so is Vultus, but he has a shipment ready to go. We see both players have Virginia Company, and AntiNomy is going to send it, which I'm not a huge fan of. It does save wood, yes, but it does cancel out the XP you're going to get, and I think XP matters so much in this game mode, simply because you need like a couple of shipments in, so you can boost your units or your economy, like permanently.
I'm here to help. Yes?
We're seeing all wills onto wood, and we're seeing these go here. We don't see a market right away. We're seeing an age up with the naturalist, which is going to be 2 will and 2 cow. If you were to look at AntiNomy, we're also gonna see a naturalist age up, and the market's going to come up for AntiNomy, and I think he's gonna get Gangsta as soon as possible. The market's also gonna come up for Vultus, and we're seeing Virginia Company from him as well. Like, they're just doing the same stuff.
Yes, my lord, I'm listening.
He's trying to get it. AntiNomy has got it, and it's halfway through. He's placing these manors down as quickly as possible, as soon as possible.
Serve in the colony. I'll get out the axe. Gathering wood. I'll get out the axe. We'll chop it down quick. I'm here to help. Fresh meat. What do you need?
Right, so I guess you need 3 or 4 on food to keep litter production from the town center, and your rest can be on wood, just gathering for manor houses. If you were to look at Vultus, they're just pretty much doing the same stuff.
Listening.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm here to help.
But yeah, we're seeing 2 will 2 cap from both sides, it looks like. Is Anthony? Who the fuck is Anthony?
Ready to explorer. Ready to
Yeah.
expand the Empire's reach. I'm here to
What do
help.
you need? Yes?
AntiNomy's on soon to be 110 pop, 90 at the moment. Meanwhile, Vultus is also going through the same process. Since they sent the same shipments, it's gonna look quite
Serve in the colony.
similar, I would say. Your audio is osteo low. Alright, let's fix that.
Do what needs doing.
It should be better now, I think, at least.
Ready to expand the Empire's reach.
What do you need? Serve in the colony. I'm here to help.
Yes.
This foot treasure still has not been picked up, but Vultus is going to go for it. Meanwhile, there's this, but like the coin treasure has been picked up. I guess Vultus has got that one as well, I think, right? I kind of missed that, but I'm assuming so. We're also seeing spice trade for AntiNomy, and he's gonna research hunting dogs now.
What do you need?
I'm
Yes,
here to
my
help.
lord.
Serve in the
What do you
colony.
need? Ready to do what needs doing.
Morning.
I'm listening. Fill in the coffers. Mine in.
46 for Vultus and 42 for Anti. Vultus did send for Vils, and Anti does not have that card. Which does not make that much of a difference in a boom war like this, because you just like get like a lot of Vils anyway, just undisturbed. And the ecos are practically similar. It all comes down to micro, macro, and decision making.
Yes, my
Like
lord.
macro, I mean, like if you're putting your builds on the right resources, and micro is just, you know, self-explanatory. Like how you control your units, right? Yeah. Your audio is kind of low, and let me see if I can do something about that. Is it the microphone or the game sound?
Ready to expand the Empire's reach.
They do have a good amount of market upgrades, however. Anti sent Spice Trade and Vultus sent for Vils. So I guess they're pretty much on the same eco as well, but that's just a way better trade, like a shipment for AntiNomy in the long run.
Serve in the colony. What do you need? Hunt in. On the hunt. Yes? I'm here to help. Yes?
Right, amalgamation coming in for AntiNomy. We'll just skip a little forward since it's a Ragan treaty.
I'm here to help.
H3 with the bishop, and the same over here for AntiNomy as well. They're both stacking a shipment. It's gonna be 8 Vils for Vultus, and it's gonna be Coldstream guards for AntiNomy. I like the upgrade shipment better because like every shipment matters, and those villagers are somewhat disposable. Like you could get them anyhow, anyway in the long run. I mean, you'd need eco, obvious. That's just the early setup, right? The Aiken tech coming in for AntiNomy, and he's sending refrigeration, and he did age up with the Tycoon, which is going to give him 1,000 coin, and he's going to get a gold mine from this, and refrigeration is in. Meanwhile, Terraced House is coming in for Vultus, and he did age up with 5 villagers and 500 food. Yeah.
That's a lot of money. What do you need?
Church coming down for AntiNomy. He's going to research mercantilism. If you were to look at Vultus, he does have church in, and he just researched mercantilism. It looks like he's sending his factories, sending his advanced arsenal. He's probably gonna follow it up by Coldstream guards. Meanwhile, if you were to look at AntiNomy, he's doing the same with the factories. He already has Coldstream guards in. But yeah, I guess he could follow that up with advanced arsenal. He also does have his gold mine from the Aiken tech, and this tech, I'm not sure what does this one do. I think it gives you a hero, right? No, it does not. I really don't know what the tech does, actually. Let's see if he still has it. Okay, so it basically makes your infantry move faster and train faster. So that's pretty nice. They're somewhat on the same score. Vultus is ahead simply because he has more villager count right now. Meanwhile, Anti has killed around 20 villagers from these manors, and I guess that's why he's behind on the score. Like, he's just, you know, 2k res into the production, now going to come in, and he needs to send advanced arsenal as soon as possible. I feel like if you want to go for defensibles here,
I'm here to help.
I'm listening.
he's gonna be sending these villagers over to these giraffes.
What do
He
you
does have
mean?
20 on this gold mine.
Colony.
Yes.
These factories on rocket production for AntiNomy, and then
Rocket artillery.
the factories from Vultus are on production for coin. I'm assuming he got the upgrade for them because it's usually 5.5. If he gets them, it's 7.15. It looks like.
I'm listening. I'm here to help.
Yes.
They both have revolted to Canada. I'm curious to see what their shipments are gonna be. Anti-sending fencibles right now. Like, if you send fencibles, this is like basically a guard tech for your muskets and makes them 20% cheaper. And that's actually an insane number. Like, if you think about it. It basically makes them as cheap as a Rusket and as strong as a guard janissary. Like, not the HP pool, but like their attack is just insane. I guess their HP pool also increases if you get the advanced arsenal, right? Like, surely it does. They get over 300.
My lord, musketeer. To victory.
They're going to siege this trading post down as soon as possible. If we look at, no, you don't want that.
I am Elizabeth Ramsey.
Settler.
Muskets at the ready.
These are Redcoat Musketeers. They're 75 to 25. Fencibles coming in. He did not have to research the guard tech for them.
Service.
That's a shame, spending so many resources on that. Meanwhile, AntiNomy basically got this for free. That's actually such a good trade. Like, if you consider, I guess that all of that comes down to the lack of knowledge, right? But one thing must be considered, that Vultus does have advanced arsenal in, and these muskets are gonna be eaten up by these rockets. Not sure why these were forward, but I guess we just don't question that. Culverins being made from the artillery foundry. More muskets being made out of these barracks. If you were to look at these costs, it's 68 food to 23 food. How cheap is that? Like, how cheap is that?
Musketeer.
That's actually such a steal for a musket with such stats. Like, yeah. I guess all of this comes down to an artillery war right now. Who takes out the culverins the most? And it looks like AntiNomy is doing a great job putting these culverins onto work, but he's also getting shots off from these culverins. He did lock in to this one, but he only has one left. But two reinforcing from the artillery foundry should be able to take these culverins out and force Red back into his base, making sure that he's not getting pushed this time. We're seeing Trunian, which is probably the artillery speed, right?
Yes, sir. At the ready. Yes, sir. Rockets here. Yes. Construction wagon.
I'm up to the task. How can I help?
Good show,
I'm up
man.
to the task.
Happy
Yes,
to be back in the
increasing
fight.
our coffers.
Native American allies coming in for AntiNomy. Meanwhile, if we were to look at Vultus, he is sending Hudson Bay Company, which is basically villagers now gather extra coin while gathering natural resources, especially hunts. So that's somewhat a nice card if you're like multi-macroing, right? Especially for these units. But this looks like a close fight, I would say. These artillery are on top of each other and these rockets have been taken out, so this fight now looks like in favor of red slightly, but so many of these defensibles are reinforcing, and more culverins coming in from these artillery foundries over here, and they're gonna get a shot off on these rockets and pushing these artillery back. The fort has been placed down right beside this cliff, making sure these elephants are somewhat hard to herd.
So, fire. Well, well. How quaint. Yes.
This explorer is going to make quick work of these muskets, it looks like, but yeah. I guess this really does come down to who has more muskets. I'm not sure if this is what you want. Like, enemy has musket with high attack that's almost imperial, and you do not want hussars in this situation. You just don't. You just want more muskets and more culverins.
Musketeer?
So,
Explorer here. Explorer. For Queen. For Queen. Very good. On the way. For Queen. On the way. Musket at the ready.
For Queen and country.
We're seeing these natives, and he has sent Blood Brothers in as well. I missed that. And don't forget, guys, Blood Brothers give you something around 50 to 55k score.
Musketeer.
So that must be taken in case, and we're seeing Team Native weapon trade. That's going to enable AntiNomy to make even more native units. And yeah, if he overpops crazy like with these native units and just, you know, wins a big fight and has an unpushable army, I guess that could be it for Vultus, since he does not have those in. However, these rockets are getting insane volleys on these musketeers. Yeah, these rockets, not so much, it looks like. AntiNomy has the better stat on these muskets. I guess that's because of the tech he sent from the native trading post. These muskets are trying to get on top of these rockets, but I feel like that's kind of risky, because these rockets did such a good work taking out these fencibles. But you need to consider Red's rockets are still alive, and these natives are making their way to the factories from the back. That was super sneaky from Anti.
My lord. At the ready. Rocket art. Oh, this'll be
These muskets are raiding in the back of the base as well. 22 Lenap allies coming in from Vultus. These champion Hurun Mantlets about to find the factory, and he's going to focus on that immediately. If we were to look at AntiNomy's perspective, he's just trying to spam and cancel this reinforcement out from pushing or defending fully, and he's going to focus on these factories. 44 siege for each unit and 72 from a mantlet, and they have 40% range resist. This is actually insane. One factory goes down, and that's gonna hurt a lot. There has been an artillery war I missed, I think. These rockets are still alive. These muskets have focused down these culverins. Yoruba, I guess he does not want to kill them just yet. However, we're seeing Bastion now. He does have a fort here that's still, you know,
yes, sir.
protecting the this spot. This factory, however, is still producing rockets, is somewhat on half HP almost.
Yes?
The wall's coming down for Vultus, and he's gonna be sending 14 infinite Highlanders, and that's only going to cost 1,000 coin, which is an insane shipment if you think about it. Oh, yeah, we're seeing Champion Yoruba Legionary as well. just chasing these musketeers down. They don't have range resistance. They're basically a musket with range resistance. If you look at their stats, they're pretty good. And they are very underrated, I would say. Look at the HP of these skirms. They're so cracked, it's insane. He's trying to get a volley with these rockets. Vultus only has one culver in Royale and it's somewhat dead. Like if you look at the HP, but maybe it's gonna get work done. Nice volley from AntiNomy taking these rockets out. AntiNomy on 3 rockets, meanwhile Vultus is on 0 now. He does lose the third rocket though. He needs to bring his culverins in to kill the culverin from the opponent. Vultus on the other hand, he did send the Black Watch over here. They're not really achieving much. Being AFK, he needs to get them to the center of the map to force a good fight for himself before getting run around by the natives. Extra population space, just, you know, you can make these natives and they won't take any population. That's actually, that's super good.
Ready to expand the Empire's fleet. Where shall you send me? Musketeer? Let's go.
Onward, hold the line!
Yes, sir. As you come.
For honor!
We do see mills from AntiNomy in the back. He does have his plantations as well, or estates if you want to call them like that. If you were to look at Vultus' base, he also has the same going for him. I guess the economies have been somewhat stabilized like this, and we're seeing Aiken cocoa beans. I'm not sure what that does. If you were to check from this, maybe we can see it. So this is basically like an eco theory for stable food gathering. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. And we're missing a great fight in the middle of the map, and this looks heavily favored for blue actually. Red has can do nothing but back off. He's just pushed here. He does have his champion riflemen, these muskets. He just needs to kill more of the native allies. Champion trackers. He could send his 22 Lenape allies actually. They do not take any population, so they're pretty good. However, he's gonna be sending Hudson Bay Company himself now as well. Minutemen caught up north.
Yes? How can I help? Seller. Yes, sir, my lord.
Okay, the mortar is doing somewhat a decent work taking these structures down one by one, and these fencibles are going to focus on Vultus's walls as well. I guess he just wants an open space to push with like these units from every side, so the red player just gets out positioned. And basically what blue is doing is forcing his opponent to make mistakes rather than trying to counter it. These are like Minutemen, you need to send them in now. Look at these guys' stats, they're absolutely insane, and we're seeing all of these units try to go in from different angles, try to take out units, buildings, whatever they can. If you were to look at his perspective, he's on 92 bills. He is trying to get to 99, but he has to deal with all of this stuff now. These methods are going to be involved maybe? No, they're going straight for the factory down below here. He did repair the factory. I think he should be aware of it. Guard Grenadier coming in for Vultus. Now, does he have the Grand Launchers is my question. Nope, he does not. That kinda hurts actually, not having that card if you want to go for Grands. These champion clubmen are also approaching the factory, trying to take it down as soon as possible before Red notices. He needs to focus onto this factory. Like, basically, if he has 10, and like every 10 shots is 440 damage. These muskets are trying to work on these champion clubmen, but these clubmen have such an insane siege that I think these muskets are just not enough to hold them back from taking the factory down. And we're seeing Blue push with all he can make on this front as well. I'm not confident about Red's position right now. It doesn't look like he's gonna be in this for too long, it seems. He did lose both factories and now he's getting pushed. And now 22 Lenape allies coming in from Blue. This Grenadier costs 180 resources. These Musketeers, where are they? They cost not even 100. And they get the work done. This just looks over for Red now. I don't think there's anything he can do. He's shipping the 14 Highlanders. He's making these champion SO riders as well, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. And he calls it GG. Well played all.